Yes, it's me. It's been a while since I've been live. I know. Um, a lot of you all been asking me where I've been at. I've been working. Been working a lot. But that's a good thing, serving families, making dreams come true. It's a blessing. Hey, but I was in here and I said this would be the perfect time for me to do a live. And I say I have the stop signs up because you want to do this prior to closing. Had a couple of these I had to do today, which is a great thing. That means people are signing, getting keys in hand. But one of the things that I want to make sure that you do before you close on your house, and this is whether you're with me or anybody else, any other agent, please do a walkthrough, guys. I say this over and over again. Please do a walkthrough. This walkthrough was actually scheduled earlier this morning. When we got here, there were no services on. And so what I do is I actually kind of do like a mini inspection, be honest with you, when I'm doing walkthroughs, only because when houses are sitting vacant or sometimes they're not vacant, things can happen in between the time of you closing and in between the time you signing paperwork. You got to think it may be 20 plus days since you've been in the house. So one of the things you definitely want to do is do a walkthrough. So for this particular home, the services, the person had moved out, even though the agent told them, hey, and guys, just let you know, if you're a seller, keep the services on until you close. And the reason why is because that buyer that's coming in, they need to make sure that everything's in place. And also, if you have some last minute things that need to be done, it's just easier to go ahead and make that transition. So the servers were off, but hey, we were when we came in earlier today, but my client was able to go ahead and have them go ahead and push it out, especially with everything happening with the weather. And so services are on, and so she told me they're on, and so I'm back in here doing doing the walkthrough. And so one of the things that I do, guys, and this is something that you want to do, I make sure that you see it's bright. I got all the lights and things on. Another thing you probably hear it in the background is the dishwasher. And the reason why is because the dishwasher is one of the first things that can leak easily. And I don't let it do a full cycle, of course, but I at least check it to make sure there's no leaks going on. Another thing that I do is make sure that things as far as in the kitchen, that there's no leaks in regards to that sink. Just turning on the water, making sure that there's no active leaks. And I'm going to tell you something that's simple that gets missed a lot is the microwave. I can't tell you how many times the microwave is working just fine, and then the client moves in, and all of a sudden it's not heating anymore. The exhaust fan's not working anymore. And so my husband and I, we've learned this trick. We always bring with us some paper towel or um, paper, just period. We'll wet it, okay? We'll wet this paper towel or tissue. And sometimes it's left in the house anyway because people leave their toilet paper for us. Thank you, because sometimes we have to use the restroom. Um, but I wet this up and then I put it in the microwave and I heat it up. That lets me know that the heating component is still working. So I know it seems kind of like, why would you do that? Trust me, it has saved me and my buyers a lot of money. To whereas, hey, just bring some paper towel, wet it up, put it in there for 30 seconds. If it's hot, that means it's still working. Another little easy thing that sometimes people get missed are the tub stoppers. Sometimes they're working just fine too, but they get torn easily. Especially if you staying in a home where there's a lot of children, then those tub stoppers can sometimes be either twisted off. Now they have the ones where you kind of twist down and you can twist up. Just kind of go in, just check it, just to make sure those things are okay. And also, guys, you want to make sure that everything that you talked about in the contract is here. Like in this particular home, there were some appliances that need to be left. There were also some other things that were supposed to be fixed to the wall. Guys, if you do not know this, if you have a TV mount on your wall, that is a fixture. That is included in the sale of the property. Okay. Unless something else has been discussed, but that is included in the property. So just kind of keep in mind that when you're moving out, if you really love your TV mount, you want to make sure you let your agent know that, hey, I want to keep the TV mount. If you have certain light fixtures that you're like, I really love this light fixture, this was given to me by my grandmother and I want to take this with my next home, you want to make sure you let them know. And guys, if there is a particular fixture in the house that you want to make sure, even when it comes to things like landscaping, make sure you make your agent known of this. Okay, so that way you can be able to, that way you could be able to, you know, be able to make sure that it's there. Because honestly, we don't know unless you tell us. Like this light fixture above here, this is a different and a neat light fixture. And, fortunately, all throughout the house, there's some really great fixtures that are in this house. So, what we had to do, because the person changed out all of these fixtures all throughout, we wanted to make sure that they stayed. We didn't want to come back and saw all white ceiling fans. And there's nothing wrong with white ceiling fans. But if the lighting has been upgraded in the house, we want to make sure that that upgraded lighting is staying. So on there, we put in the contract for all fixtures to remain in the property, as well as these things here that's behind me. Curtain rods, right there, curtain rods. Curtains cost a lot, guys, especially if you're getting rods. They cost a lot. So if you see some nice curtain rods in the house, you want to make sure you ask for those too. But we also want to make sure that they're still in the house too, as well. And to sellers, hey, to save some money, leave the curtain rods. If they're curtains that your grandmother made or curtains that you're like, Angelina, I had these specially made for my house, I get it, because those, like I said, they cost money. But it will save you time and energy and money if you don't have to worry about patching up the holes in the wall from the curtain rods. So take the curtains with you, but leave the rods. Same thing with TV mount. I mean, those TV, depending on the size of your television, those TV mounts can be really, you could have about 8 holes in the wall. And that's stuff that you're going to have to patch up inside that house. So just go ahead and take care of the versus get a rod, get a new TV mount. They don't cost that much. But if you truly love the TV mount because it's a custom made and it swivels and you really would like to have it, then go ahead and take it on down prior to us, or make us aware of it that, hey, we're going to take this down. But remember, you got to patch up those holes. You cannot leave those holes in the walls. Okay? All right. As always, I thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions about final walkthroughs, if you're ready to buy, if you have questions about the purchasing power, the purchasing process, or if you're ready to sell and you still want to capitalize off on this market and want to know what you need to do as far as to get ready, what has to be left in the house, what you can take with you, please, guys, give me a call. You can call me at 803-201-3391. You can also, right here to the left side of the screen, I hope it's showing the left side of the screen, contact me on Facebook. You can go to Deals with Angie and you can contact me there. You can also contact me at dealswithangie.com with any questions you may have too. All right. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And hey, be safe out there. To everyone that's in this storm's path, please be safe and have a great one and a blessed one. And tomorrow I will be giving you some tips on what to do to prepare your house for the storm. Okay? Thanks. Have a blessed one. Bye.